Ah, parachute music. That'd be upstairs. Come on. Right through these doors, all the last minute mayhem and madness that is going together to put the entire festival together, it's taking place right now. So let's go in, invade the privacy, see if we can find out a few secrets and find out exactly what goes into making Parachute happen. Come on, let's go. Alright, let's go. Come on, camera guy, come on, come on. This here is Mark de Jong, obviously CEO of Parachute Music. Thanks for the time, my friend.
Cool.
How are you feeling? Parachute just around the corner. Nervous at all?
Yeah, you always feel a bit nervous. The word I've been using in the last week or so is intense. Like around the office, it's intense. Like everybody's like focused, slightly nervous, but excited. You know, so it's just that sense of it's coming up. We've got to get this right. But it's a good feeling in a lot of ways.
Good. 20 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Without giving secrets away as to what's going to happen, but okay, let's give the secrets away. What is going to happen because of the 20th birthday? Is there anything cool?
Yeah, lots of cool stuff's going to happen, but I won't give it to you. I mean, basically what we're doing is on the Saturday night, after Switchfoot plays, we're going to have like a birthday celebration. We're going to do some fun stuff in there and really just have a 15-minute focus on 20 years, let's party. Yeah, it's a special milestone for us, so we want to make something out of it. Right from the start of Parachute, it was all about developing great songs and helping to develop Christian artists, you know, much more than events. And so for us to look back over 20 years and to see the artists that have grown up in New Zealand over that time, the great albums, the great songs that have been produced and how those have affected people, to us, that's a very satisfying thing to see.
The mission of Parachute is something that I've always had a lot of respect for because it's one of those missions that works really closely with what Rima Broadcasting and Life FM do, and that is bringing people closer to God through music.
Yeah.
And you've done a remarkable job of that, so I will say congratulations to you as well.
Thank you.
And I assume more plans for that in the next 20 years for that mission to continue?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all of us as Christians need to be spending our lives helping to connect people with God. You know, that's what we're here on earth to do, I believe. For us, it's a pretty wide mission, though, because, say, at Parachute Festival, maybe 75% of the people who come would be church attenders, people who are committed Christians. Maybe 20-25% aren't. We're saying for that, all of those people, we want to see them move on that journey of getting closer to God. So for some people, it may be just the realisation that, maybe God and the church and Christianity is different than I thought. Maybe that's all that happens over the weekend. But we think that's really valid. You know, for someone else, it might be God dealing with something in their life that's been an issue for them. So, yeah, I think we just want everyone to be moved along that path.
Very good. Well, all the best for the festival this weekend. Hope it is a remarkable one for you, and we'll look forward to the next 20 years.
Thank you.
Good work. Come on. Look, you think we'd forget you, but no, you get your own personal close-up. Hi. All right, come on through again. All right, here we are in the quietest hub that we could find of Parachute headquarters, and I'm with three guys who have at least some part of putting a festival together. David, Brendan and Blair, thanks for the time, guys. David, start with you. It's kind of the events manager guy. How long does it take you to put together something as massive as festival?
Festival's about a 16-month cycle. Wow. So we're actually already working on 2011. We've had to be able to confirm headliners so that we can announce them at 2010.
And it is largely volunteers. I mean, you have volunteers for pretty much everything, don't you?
Absolutely. There's about 1,700 volunteer crew who make festival work.
Absolutely incredible. Now, music is obviously a big part of it, and you've got some major international artists coming this year. Who's coming?
Hillsong United, Under Oath, and of course Switchfoot, can't miss them. Family Force 5, who were a big hit last year. Leland, Falling Up, and New World Sun. They're the main offshores. There's about that many international artists again coming. All up, there's 150 bands playing at festivals.
Can you really think of any other part of New Zealand music like in the calendar year that is as much of an impact as festival, or that does as much for New Zealand music as Parachute Festival does?
I think there's definitely other events, there's other festivals, other concerts, other shows. I think that the cool thing about our festival is the vibe, the atmosphere. All of the artists that come say it's a really well organised event, which makes for their weekend to be really, smooth. The crowds are always really positive and encouraging, so that's another, really. And I guess the biggest thing is just it's huge,
And of course, it's not just about the whole music thing, which is why we have this good-looking guy in here as well. This is Blair. Now, Blair, if there was one kind of message or one key thing that you wanted punters to get away from the weekend, what do you reckon it would be?
I think, echoing throughout the festival and throughout everything that Parachute does, it's really that music is a motivator for change, and that music can change you as an individual and bring you closer to God. But also music is an opportunity to really lead others to God and also to make a difference in the world. I mean, it sounds pretty cliche, the whole make a difference thing, but music can actually change the world. And we partner with some amazing organisations like World Vision, and we're working with them to assist the community in Rwanda. We've raised tens and thousands of dollars for a community over there at the last few festivals, and we're continuing to do that at this coming festival. We also have supported other local charities like Women's Refuge and Mercy Ministries and throughout the years, and so we really see it as an opportunity to use the platform we have to not just keep it focused on music, but to sort of change society and make it better.
Good work. And it is a different festival, and we'll come back over to Dave again, because this is a different kind of festival than other major festivals that take place around the world, in that it is a Christian music festival.
Absolutely. Obviously, the biggest ones for us is it's drug and alcohol free. So that, a big crowd and alcohol in hot weather leads to often a messy situation. So by eliminating alcohol and drugs, it makes a big difference. Beyond that, there's no mixed tenting. That's the other one. So it avoids, we've talked about sex, drugs and roll. We're all about rock and roll. We try and leave the other ones one side. And the great thing with it is over the years, those behaviours have become peer moderated. So we don't have to make a big deal of the rules anymore. They are there. Everyone knows what the code of conduct is. But the crowd actually enforces it on itself. And so if punters see someone who is stepping outside that code of conduct, they actually either deal with it themselves nicely or they call on our security team to deal with it, because the punters want that environment, and so they seek to ensure that it stays.
Very awesome. And it is a cool festival. Make sure you get down there if you can. Of course, Life FM is going to be there all weekend. Come check us out. We're just down the road from the Palladium, and hopefully we'll see you there. Wonderful.